to the public. Tom Chapin was at the Judy Garland memorabilia and art auction at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel, and we joined Tom.
There was a magical quality about Judy Garland. She could make us laugh and cry. And so there's something both happy and sad about the mood here at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel, where 423 of Judy Garland's most prized possessions are being sold to the highest bidder.
Can I hear 4,500? Well, what's being sold was once the property of Judy Garland. Sid Luft, her third husband, was married to her for 13 years, and he's been living with these things since she's been dead. She died in 1969, and just felt it was time to sell it.
And sell he did. Luft managed to turn everything Judy touched into gold.
4,500 is now bid. 4,500 is bid against the room.
Judy's name engraved on many of the auction items automatically upped their value, like this book of Richard Avedon photographs, which brought in $175. This ordinary studio photo with Judy's signature, appropriately on a canceled check, was one of dozens that sold for $150 each. 29 pairs of old Garland shoes, like this one, went for over $100.
Here are about 15 of Judy's actual performance costumes, such as this floor-length sequin gown and this reversible silk jacket, which you can buy complete with wrinkles. And if that doesn't grab you, how about one kid glove? This is advertised as a mismatched pair, but we can't find the other half of it. That really is mismatched. And this you might recognize. This is a jacket which Judy wore on a number of occasions, her first Palace Theater engagement, her first Carnegie Hall engagement. She considered it her lucky jacket.
It sold for $3,000 to this antique dealer, who traveled all the way from Minneapolis, Minnesota to buy Garland memorabilia. In fact, the take on larger items was disappointingly low.
Designed by the famous Robert Crowder.
This hand-painted Chinese screen sold for $3,000, far under the estimated value. The most valuable item sold was this 1953 Mercedes 300 sedan, with only 52,000 miles on it, complete with its own set of matching luggage. It was owned by Judy and husband Sid Luft, and driven to and from their home in Brentwood, California. Still in spotless condition, it was so...
Excuse me, did you just buy this for yourself?
No, I bought it for a private party.
For a private party?
Yes.
And who was the private party?
I'm sorry, I'm not at liberty to tell you.
Oh, I see. What is your name?
My name is Rick Meyer.
Rick Meyer. Oh, is that as high as you were authorized to go?
No.
How high were you authorized?
Much higher.
Fortunately, there was something that no one could put a price on, and that is the memory of that small child who took us all to the dreamland of Oz.
Sid Luft was her husband of 13 years. Now, there must be an emotional attachment to this stuff.
Well, he's lived with it for 9 years after she died, and it's practically broke up his marriage. His wife was, when I first walked into his apartment in July, in his hallway leading from the little dining area to the bedroom, all these things were in cartons, 8, 9, 10, 15 cartons. And how would you like to be his wife and go into the bathroom and see Judy's costumes hanging up for 9 years? I mean, just so much he can take.
Luft himself was taking in this event quietly, but mentioned that it was he that saved all Judy's things, that Judy herself had no interest in material possessions. Still, it seemed odd that among the items auctioned were this personal scrapbook of clippings from The Wizard of Oz and a worn, leather-bound copy of Judy's own poems and private reflections, all handwritten. Other family members stayed away, including youngest daughter Lorna Luft, but most notably absent was Liza Minnelli, who only days before filed an injunction to stop the auction from taking place. Though the judge refused it, the money made is still being held up in court. After it was all over, the total amount made fell far short of the $500,000 expected. Luft and the Charles Galleries made approximately $250,000. But the disappointment was not an issue there.
Well, I want to leave you with the words of a very famous captain of a ship. As the ship was sinking, he got the whole crew together, and he said, "Men, don't give up this ship. Sell it." Sell it there for 4,500. Next slide. Number 30.
300 people paid $25 each just to get in. Most were devoted Garland fans.
I think it's the most exciting thing I've ever been to. I'm frightened and love it at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, because
Why?
it's wonderful because they're Judy's things that are so special, and yet at the same time she's gone, and it's the end of her. All that's left, it's gone.
The only Hollywood celebrity in the crowd was child star Jane Withers, who came to pay tribute to her contemporary.
But of course, the nicest gift one can ever give is of themselves, and she gave herself to the world. So we all have part of Judy Garland, which is, I think, the nicest thing in the world.
There's something very American, very human, very Hollywood about all this, selling pieces of a star, especially a star like Judy Garland, who touched so many of us. It took over 10 hours to sell all 423 items. The last thing to go was that lone kid glove of the mismatched pair. It fetched $25. You know, it's interesting. Judy's third husband, Sid Luft, said that he knew Judy better than anyone, and that with her sense of humor, she would have loved this event. Well, I'm not so sure. My own feeling is that I'm kind of glad she wasn't here to see it.
There's a postscript to the story of the Judy Garland auction. After it was well over, many surprise buyers were revealed, among them actress Lily Tomlin and Judy's own daughter Liza Minnelli. The biggest surprise was the news that Sid Luft himself was the mystery buyer of the 1953 Mercedes. He reportedly bought back his own car for $60,000 when bids from other buyers were not high enough. In a moment, we will be back with Sid Luft and Judy Garland's daughter, Lorna Luft.
We are all aware of the magic that Judy Garland created when she sang, but perhaps Judy's greatest gift is that she gave us not one but two singing daughters, one of whom is with us today. Would you please welcome Lorna Luft singing Head Over Heels.
Lonesome gaze, your pretty smile comes in a rainbow and lights up my lonesome days. I wonder if you'll ever know how long this has been going on. I wanna let the feeling show, but I don't want this thing to go wrong. Head over heels, I'm falling so fast you'll never know. Playing the romantic fool. I've lost my head, remember their dangers, I've broken my golden